Good morning, ma'am, and hello, friends. My name is Dipti, and my roll number is 5508. My presentation topic is Associate, Primes in Cavite, and related theorems. So, first of all, what is an associate? Let xi be any Gaussian integer and epsilon be unity of Cavite, then epsilon xi is said to be associate of xi, or we say that epsilon xi is associated with xi. Associates of 1 are the unities, and associates of xi are xi minus xi, iota xi minus iota xi, since unities of q iota are plus minus 1 and plus minus iota. Now primes in q iota. An integer in q iota, neither 0 nor unity, is said to be a prime in q iota if it is divisible only by associates of itself or by associates of 1. That is, if pi is a prime in q iota, then it has no divisors except the 8 trivial divisors. 4 are associates of 1, that is plus minus 1 and plus minus iota, and 4 are associates of itself, that is plus minus pi and plus minus iota pi. Now theorem, it states that a Gaussian integer whose norm is a rational prime is a prime in q iota. So to prove this, let xi be any Gaussian integer such that norm of xi is equal to p, where p is any rational prime, and we are to prove that xi is a prime in q iota. So to prove this, let xi can be written as product of neta into sigma, where neta and sigma belongs to q iota. Then norm of neta into sigma is equal to norm of xi, since xi is equal to neta into sigma, and we have considered that norm of xi is equal to p. This implies that norm of neta into norm of sigma is equal to p, but p is a prime, so either norm of sigma is equal to 1 or norm of neta is equal to 1. And we know that norm of an integer is 1, then integer is unity. Hence either neta or sigma is a unity, and therefore xi is a prime in q iota, hence the proof of the theorem. But converse of above theorem is not true, that is, norm of a prime of q iota may not be a rational prime. For example, 3 can be written as 3 plus 0 iota, which is an element of q iota, and norm of 3 is equal to 3 का whole square plus 0 का whole square and complete का root, that is 9. That is, norm of 3 is not a rational prime, but we know that 3 is a prime of q iota. Let if possible 3 is not a prime, then 3 can be written as product of two elements of q iota, say a plus iota b into c plus iota d. Taking norm on both sides, norm of 3 is equal to norm of a plus iota b into norm of c plus iota d. This implies that norm of 3 is 9, that is 9 is equal to norm of a plus iota b, that is a square plus b square, into norm of c plus iota d, that is c square plus d square. But it is impossible that a square plus b square is equal to 3 is equal to c square plus d square, since 3 is not sum of two squares, and hence either a square plus b square is equal to 1 or c square plus d square is equal to 1. That is, either a plus iota b or c plus iota d is a unity. It follows that 3 is a prime of q iota. Hence, we have proved that converse is not true. Now, next theorem is any Gaussian integer, neither 0 nor unity, is divisible by a prime of q iota. To prove this, let xi be any Gaussian integer which is not equal to 0 or unity. Then if xi is a prime in q iota, then xi is divisible by itself, and which is a prime, hence the proof is obvious, so we have nothing to prove. So let xi be not a prime. Then we must have xi is equal to alpha 1 into beta 1 for some alpha 1 beta 1 belongs to q iota, such that norm of alpha 1 greater than 1 and norm of beta 1 greater than 1, since alpha 1 and beta 1 are not unities of q iota. So we have 1 less than norm of alpha 1 less than norm of xi. And if now if alpha 1 is a prime, then the proof is completed. And if alpha 1 is not a prime, then alpha 1 again can be written as product of two numbers alpha 2 into beta 2 for some alpha 2 beta 2 belongs to q iota, such that norm of alpha 2 greater than 1 and norm of beta 2 greater than 1, since alpha 2 and beta 2 are not unities of q iota. Then we have 1 less than norm of alpha 2 into 1 less than norm of alpha 2 less than norm of alpha 1. Combining 1 and 2, we have 1 less than norm of alpha 2 less than norm of alpha 1, and which is less than norm of xi. So we may continue this process as long as alpha r is not a prime. Now since norm of xi greater than norm of alpha 1 greater than norm of alpha 2 and so on, this is a decreasing sequence of positive rational integers. We must come to a prime alpha r, and then we have xi is equal to alpha 1 beta 1 which is equal to alpha 2 beta 2 into beta 1, since alpha 1 is equal to alpha 2 beta 2. And continuing this, at last we will get alpha r, beta r and so on up into beta 1. Thus alpha r is a divisor of xi and alpha r is a prime in q iota. Hence the proof of the theorem. Thank you.